Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And we got Shinji.
He's like, don't touch me.
He doesn't want to leave. He's like, I'm just a pogo. I'm minding my own business. Anyways, today we're going to talk about Alien Romulus. We're going to start the beginning of the video with spoiler-free, so we give you our initial thoughts on the movie.
Initial thoughts, spoiler-free, go watch it. If you're any kind of Alien fan, it's interesting. It's got enough things there to keep you entertained. A little bit slow at the beginning, but it picks up later on, and it kind of slows down again. So it's like ups and downs. Go watch it. Okay, let's go into the good stuff. Your opinion doesn't matter, bitch. Let's go.
Okay, for my assessment, if you want my spoiler-free thoughts, it's the best sum up I can think of is it's essentially Alien Resurrection if it looked like Alien.
Honestly, yeah.
The way the plot progresses and the kind of the build up a bit is, to me, it kind of hits like almost the same beats as like Resurrection in some sense.
So,
but just kind of has like the atmosphere and aesthetics of the original Alien.
I have a lot to say about this movie, honestly, because like I'm so conflicted. It has a lot of good things and it has a lot of bad things. Like,
anyways, we're gonna get into the spoiler stuff.
The movie actually did pretty good. Like, it's at like 150 million. So it's one of the good movies out there. I mean, it's the first movie to push out Deadpool and Wolverine. It's doing good.
Well, also, it's also showing Disney that R-rated movies can be successful.
Yeah.
If they put people, like, good directors and ideas behind those movies.
Yeah, so it is... It's a good thing. The movie's doing good. But there's so many things, like... You have to be a fan of comic books. You have to read the comic books, the standalone books. You would have to play all the games. You would have to been involved.
You have to be able to catch all the little references. Yeah, but like honestly, for me, I think if I knew less, I would probably have enjoyed some of those things more.
See, I'm a guy.
But then again, also it's like some of the things kind of. One thing that kind of bugged, it was like cool but bugged me, is that because the movie's heavily inspired by Alien Isolation, they have the phone in some of the scenes, and the phone would pop up in the game because it was the way you saved in the game, and you always knew something bad was going to happen because it gives you a save point. So now when you watch the movie, you see that, you know something bad is about to happen because the phone's there.
Yeah. So it's like, that's what I mean, like, I'm a type of person that, like, I like to catch on little references, little nudges they add in these movies. It makes it more exciting for me, like, oh, I know that, you know, kind of thing. So it was like, I've read the books, I have standalone comic books, I have, played the game, so everything, like, I kind of knew, and I was excited about it, but like Steve said, I was kind of mad because I'm like, wait a minute, I know something's going to happen, or like, okay, I know this is happening. So it was kind of like, I had a lot of ups and downs in this movie. Yeah,
experience for the film, I would say in general, I don't think there was really anything that new that was introduced in this movie. Because a lot of it is subtle callbacks to, like Arnes is mentioning, a lot of other things that's happened in the Alien universe.
It was like Deadpool and Wolverine. It was definitely fan service. Like, if you were a true fan of Alien, you would have read the comic books, played the games. It would have been like awesome thing to watch.
I think it blends in a little bit better than Deadpool Wolverine, because Deadpool Wolverine, it's like it's fan service for fan service, but it works for that movie.
Yes,
because of the way the plot is set up. That, of course, you're going to have a lot of other random people showing up because that's just kind of the way that they have things going on with that anymore. So it works for me. This movie also kind of works for me because you could tell that they definitely knew what they were talking about with the movie.
I guess I didn't see this or notice this, so I'm going to have to watch the movie again, or I should just probably wait until it comes on DVD. But there was reference to AVP in there, and I missed it. I'm hoping they put out like on DVD, like extended cut, like they did with the other Aliens, and then just whatever they cut out.
Yeah, I've already watched some like behind the scenes stuff to see, because I was kind of curious on how they did the face huggers, and I like that where the breathing sack is actually where the wheels are from when they were rolling around, so it hides the wheel.
Can we talk about that? Like, I know a lot of people are not interested or impressed about this, but I actually kind of appreciate, they did it wrong, but I appreciate that they actually showed us the whole steps from a face hugger to everything, you know what I mean? Like Big Chap's sack, like how he's, what I mean?
Yeah, well, because you got to see, like, sort of the cocoon process.
Yes, like the whole thing. It wasn't just like we go straight from a face hugger to a little chest burster, and the next thing you know, it's a grown alien. Like it gave us that cocoon, like how it's growing and everything.
No, I thought that was cool. If anything, I wish with the trailers, they would have, again, like we mentioned when we were initially talking about the trailers, I wish like parts of the scenes with the face huggers, they would have kept for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you see it trying to get into his mouth, or like when they're pulling it off the one girl and you see it coming out. Like I think they should have saved all that for the movie because it actually is something that we don't really see in any of the Alien movies. And honestly, for me, that was really the only thing that was new. It's just like the facehugger attacks were just more violent, and it's always been like invasive, but just it felt more invasive because you got to experience more of the whole attack process. And that was ruined because I seen the trailer.
Since we're on like the negative part, one thing that really kind of disappointed me about this movie, and I'm really upset about, is the lack of carnage. Like when they went up, I was like, okay, there's what, like 5-6 people. I'm like, is there more people coming? I want to see aliens rip people apart. I want to see the carnage, and I'm missing that. And I was hoping that like more people would have showed up, but they never did.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Is I wish, because I get what they were going for, because Aliens it wasn't like Alien had a big cast of people to either. Yeah. And they want to keep it more of a horror movie, so smaller group.
Easier.
Builds up the tension better. But they also introduced in the movie that the reason why they wanted to go up to the ship to begin with was that they're probably not the only ones that know that this thing's up in orbit, so they want to get there first and be able to get the stuff. It would have been nice. Sure. Yeah, it would have been nice to maybe see in the second act some other group get introduced to be able to, be maybe another source.
They could have been extras. We wouldn't care if they were just there for like 30 seconds on a screen. They cop and just facehugger just instantly latches on. I'm like, there we go, you know.
Yeah, it could just like introduce more tension. Maybe it's like Weyland-Yutani's, like soldiers or whatnot going in to investigate. So then they have to contend with them plus the aliens, or maybe it's a rival crew. But especially when they introduce more aliens, it would have been nice for there to be more people to get more interesting kills. Because again, like a lot of the kills are just kind of homages to things we've already seen previously. Yeah. So again, it's one of those things like, it's done really well, but again, it's nothing really new.
The awesome thing is, though, is they were like, okay, you can shoot out an alien, but guess what? This bitch is going to survive, okay? Like, they're showing that how even you can shoot out an alien out in space, it will survive because the whole point of it is the evolution. Like, it can survive anything.
Yeah, it just cocooned itself.
Yeah. So it's like, that was kind of cool. Like, you shoot that bitch out, it survives. Like, ooh, that's not good. Like,
I like that you saw the harpoon still in it.
Yeah.
When it was, when you see, like, the carcass hanging from the one ceiling. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool things that have, like, that you get to see in the movie. And like I said, I think it was really competently done.
So that means, you know what that means? There's somewhere out there an alien queen floating in a space that probably landed somewhere, and...
Yeah, because she just got jettisoned too.
Yeah. Ta-da! The only one that got it worse is the newborn. He did not survive that. Oh,
poor newborn.
Oh, Lord have mercy, no.
Which we got one of those in this movie too. Which that whole scene too, again, it was like, I get it, but it was just, again, we've seen it before, because it was just literally the birthing thing for Prometheus.
Okay, like, there was a part of me that was...
the newborn kind of mixed together.
There was a part of me that was, like, excited about that. I was like, oh, okay, this has been done before. It has been rehashed. Maybe they'll do it better this time. We got this.
You saying they didn't do it perfect with the newborn?
You know, deep down inside, there's a part of me that loves the newborn movie. I can't complain, okay?
I liked Resurrection.
Yeah, I liked it. People are going to hate me for this, but I liked it. I was okay with it.
It's written by Joss Whedon.
But, like, I was like, okay, they got this. They can do it. It went worse. Like, Newborn was a beautiful masterpiece compared to this.
Honestly, I think between the two, I do like the Newborn better. Because this was more of, like, engineer/xenomorph.
But oh my god, that thing was hideous. These things on the back, like...
It's kind of like Sloth in space.
Yeah. Oh, pretty good.
But I don't know. It was weird. I have mixed feelings because like the design I don't really like, but then again it felt creepy for the movie still. Like it was unsettling to see.
It was very.
But it's one of the. But I don't think I need an action figure of it. In a weird way.
I will raise my hand, and I will be the first one to say if they put out a figure, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'll probably be obligated to grab it. I just don't want to.
I don't want to.
It's kind of like the newborn. I feel obligated that I have to grab it, but I don't really want to.
Yeah, because you are taking it with you, and Ron Perlman is going to sign that for me. I will pay that money, okay?
I just got a Hellboy. I got a Hellboy out of the way that I'm getting signed.
No. He's got to sign this, okay? This man needs to be reminded that he participated in one of the greatest movies of all time.
Just be like, what the fuck is this, and why am I signing it? Like, my buddy really wants you to sign it. I don't know.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things about this movie that's done correct, and there's so many things that are just horrible. That final act of this movie should have not been in there. I'll be honest with you. Yeah,
I think that's probably where it loses. Probably the biggest part where it loses me. That and I don't hate it per se, but when Andy's like, "Get away from her, you bitch," and just kind of the delivery there. I think it's like the only parts in the movie where it's like. Where it's fan service that kind of made my eyes roll a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, really? Like, okay, the Andy, though. That guy's great.
Oh, yeah, in general, fantastic.
My God, that guy pulled that character off so amazing. And the only thing I'm worried about is at the end when she pulls it out, that chip, and she, like, saves his memory. Pretty much, like, indicates that anyone now can be Andy, and no, you can't. Like, it has to be him. He's the one that pulled that character off. But she did say she's going to fix him, so I'm hoping that he stays. Because they said that there will be a second movie if this does great. And we're already 150, and the budget was only 80 million in the first week.
Yeah, I'd say just like the acting, too, in general was just good.
No, they all played their roles really good. Like that Asian girl, the one with the first chest burster that pops out of her. Man, she was good, you know. She was the shortest on the screen, but she was good. One character I hated was that guy, I forgot his name, that always picked on... I
like, too, that you notice the part where initially when they come across the face huggers is she actually wanted to leave them in there.
Yeah, smart girl. She's the one that gets
But then when she gets it, oh, wow, we're friends with everybody.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Because she's trying to break the window, and she's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that. But, yeah, I was going to say, the acting I thought was really well. Like I said, pretty much once the goo got introduced, then it got a little... Like, I appreciate that the goo was in the movie, but I almost feel like it could have stopped it before we got to the engineer hybrid thing.
I'll be honest with you, I hated the goo concept in the movie, because, like, it made me feel like, okay, what the fuck are we doing again? Why are we doing this? It's been played. It was not popular. Let it go. But, like, I kind of get, like... It's still part of the whole evolution thing, and that's what these movies are about.
Like, it's still canon, so it's nice that it's in there.
But, like, the way they extracted a goo and that poor alien was just, like, squished in that tube, that was kind of disturbing.
And then you see the rat come back, but then that's the weird thing with the goo, is nothing ever really fully makes sense with it. Or
no.
The way it's... Because they show in the video, the rat gets squished, they put the goo in, so then it comes back to normal. Yay! And then like 3 seconds later, that you find out later that the thing transforms some amalgamation. But then when she injects her cell, it does jack diddly to her, but affects the baby.
That's what they were trying to explain. That this goo will never be perfect. It cannot be fixed the way the engineers had it. But through the evolution, you know how evolution works. Your kids will always carry on the next genetic to better evolution. So the evolution part went straight to the baby, and because she gave birth to it, now like that's the next step of the evolution change of humans.
Even the rat changed to some extent.
But no,
sorry, because even like the first time they introduced the goo, like he turns into the zombie thing.
Yeah, that's what the rat turned into too.
Where are we getting that? Like, but it didn't affect her at all. She ends up getting eaten. Yeah, but it's just like it's where the movie I feel like it takes you out a bit because now you're trying to question things, and it's always been like that with the goo, where it's unnecessary.
Like, just stop it. Either just make a whole movie based on a goo and don't call it aliens, call it something else. We'll play along with it. We'll watch it. Some of us will, some of us won't. And just leave it out of the aliens movie.
Well, it's just like you take a really nice condensed horror movie that's very intimate, and then towards the last quarter of the movie, you start introducing much grander ideas.
Yeah.
That was what Prometheus Covenant had. And again, it just kind of takes you out of it after that point.
Yeah, that's why I said the last act of this movie should not have been there.
And I think it should have been, they get to the ship, she gets, they put her in cryo sleep, but the end tease is you find out she got injected. Bam, sets up a movie.
It should have never been showing her get injected. It should have kept that secret, and then maybe at the end it just shows her neck and you see the marks and she got injected and just cut it right there,
Right. And of course, this alien movie, there's got to be something that makes it on the ship or whatnot.
But one of the great thing is the chap, big chap. He was top notch. I love that guy. It actually show how smart he was compared to the other drones or warriors, whatever they were.
I just thought it was weird that he still had the electrical sparks happening in his head. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. There's just did something break in there? Did I miss something? I might have missed something.
I feel like we missed, you said, I feel like we missed something because he injected that thing and we all thought he killed it, right? Well,
because you see he falls back because the acid corroded it.
Yeah.
But then how did it stay in if the acid's corroded?
Right? There was that's what I mean. There's questionable things, but I really like the concept.
But it's cool.
Are they trying to say because he electrocuted the head, it's smarter? Because he is smarter than any other ones I've seen so far. He's when cheetah will catch a baby antelope. It will damage it and let it call mom and wait for the bigger prey. That's what he did. He was just waiting for them to open a door, and once Andy wouldn't let them open a door, he's like, okay, I'll just kill her.
He's like, all right, guys, I'll take her.
Yeah. I just want to see a movie where it's somebody's running down a hall and the alien jumps and just cuts it in half. You know what I mean? Or two aliens are fighting over it and just rip it. I want to see some carnage, damn it. I want to see damage.
Would have been cool. I'm still waiting for getting more unique Xenos. Where's my counter Xenos in a movie?
We only see that in games.
I want my flying one. I want my one that came out of a snake.
I want to see exploding ones.
Scorpion one. The gorilla would be sweet. I just want them coming out of random miscellaneous stuff.
That's what the movie from Covenant was supposed to be the next alien world.
The only thing I like about Covenant is just again it introduces new versions of them, which I think is sweet. That's why I've always been with the Alien versus Predator. We have that kind of source material already where they go to a random planet, let the facehuggers go, facehuggers start infecting random things, and that's what they hunt. That's what I need.
That's what you want. Did you see that photo I sent you where the guy is in talks of doing AVP?
Yeah, he talked about that he would like to do.
Yeah, he's I am willing to do it. He's I will work with the other guys that did the other Predators movie. We'll collab, make it. I watched a whole interview about it, or not the interview, when he talked about it. He's if
that'd be cool.
Studio's willing to fund it, I'm willing to make it. So, there's an opportunity. If this movie does good, I think we'll be set. And I think it's already 150 million.
I'm also one of those people that the first Alien vs. Predator movie I liked. Second one, YouTube shorts are fine.
Yeah, that is true.
That's all you really need out of that movie.
I wish the first one was rated R, though.
It definitely would have been improved, I think. I think overall, it's got that, late 90s sci-fi action movie kind of cheesiness to it.
And to be honest with you, you cannot do any Alien or any Predator movie unless it is rated R. These movies are mayhem, carnage, damage, everything. So it needs to be rated R. You cannot make a movie PG-13 expect that to be up to its source material.
What do you mean, Borderlands? But anyways, wrap it up, Romulus. Honestly, I'd say it's probably the third best one still.
Yeah.
It's a very competent movie. A couple of things it's more, I think, nitpicking more than anything, but it's not a perfect movie, but it's probably the best swing we've still gotten in Aliens.
I gotta see what this TV show's about, honestly. So after this TV show, like,
no, I'm even confused about that because it's supposed to be before Prometheus, but we already there's gonna be facehuggers and
it's same year as Prometheus. It is the Goo original.
No, they said it's before. It takes place before the movies. It takes place like years before the movies.
So is this tying in Predators then? So Predators brought it in, like what?
Because technically AVP is not canon. So that's why I'm like, I don't know where this falls, because it shows that like facehuggers had to have been a thing beforehand.
Before David created them.
But they have black goo DNA in them. So then the engineers are probably taking them in order to do more...
Thank you guys for watching.
They are doing scientific method on them. Which also would kind of explain why the ship would be crashed on LV-426, is because it probably was one of the engineer ships that they were taking the eggs to study.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just hoping it actually explains something.
How did they get there?
You're frustrating me now, and I'm more upset than I was when we started.
Okay, we'll have to wait for the show. But like I said, there's some things that's like such a cool series that they just got like everything just kind of gets more complicated unnecessarily. But anyways, you can help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys, like people that do channel donate, greatly would appreciate it. If you guys like to pick up some alien collectibles for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel that way. They got the accessory set and the alien for the new movie. So if you buy them together, you can also get free shipping.
Yeah.
Anyways, see you guys next one. Bye-bye.